Yo guys, we back, man. We back with the franchise. Week 14 going up against the Detroit Lions. As y'all see, they have Nick Chubb. I think they got Baker Mayfield as well. I chose half pass this time so we won't be so fatigued. And we got Cal Long returning back from injury, so our offensive line should be better. Which it was actually pretty good last game. Let's see. Let's wear the dark blue this time. Let's get it. They got my boy Devin McCoy.
It's a rare matchup between Detroit and Denver, where the Broncos lead the series 8-5. They're set to do battle here in Week 14, and it's coming your way next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you think about matchups in the NFL, you're usually thinking this offense versus this defense. But this game here, we get two different offensive philosophies that are matching up in this one.
Yeah, we certainly do, because on one side, you've got a team that not only loves to throw the football, they do it quite well. They're the #1 passing offense in the league. And on the other sideline, the ground game is their strength. They're a top 5 unit in the league. So contrasting styles of moving the football. To me, this is going to make for a very interesting ball game.
Alright, Deshaun Jackson out there. Let's get it.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
That's it, Jalen. Let's go. That's how you start the game off.
Good coverage as he's dropped
What Baker doing this year?
So here are the Lions now coming out for their
29 3,000 yards, not a bad season.
Led by their fourth-year quarterback out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I'm expecting a lot of sacks this game.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Mayfield off the play fake.
Let's go. I'll take that. Nobody open. We covered, boys.
You're facing a top 5 team
Lock up.
points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some
Take
trouble.
off. Jalen Ramsey. Let's go.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, shoot.
He takes this one back into
Alright, Baker, I see.
And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Was it Baker? I think it was Baker.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air.
Good read, Jalen. Great
They're
read.
the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Good job, Ertz.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
In my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing we want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. Really helps you get back in sync as a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Can't things down.
Big Chubb.
A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, it was a great season.
Check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. To the end
Good
zone,
route.
but it's
Oh.
incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield.
Back. Is that Parsons? Let's go.
Down, sacked back at the 31. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Jalen Phillips.
Under pressure, and they
Let's
get
go.
to him again.
I love that duo.
Phillips in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick-6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick-6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 7th season in the league, former #1 overall pick, Jameis Winston.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
He'll
get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango.
Hollywood on this.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago.
4
catches, 116 yards.
And when it comes to individual numbers, he's leading the pack. And all he wants to do now is finish strong and secure a league title.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Winston.
What the heck just happened?
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. He is tough to bring down Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could it come?
They just left him.
Kelce for a Denver touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number answer is correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that. Being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him.
I don't know, bro. These some new animations. I ain't never seen some of these.
They are locked in a big way and confident.
I don't know if they added none with the bow nose up there.
Looking
pretty clean.
Throwing Mayfield.
Shit.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a beast.
Big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield.
Phillips.
Down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jalen Phillips racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be.
I told y'all I was expecting a lot of sacks this game.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
He ain't did nothing.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total.
Difficult. And he is going to go down.
Campbell and Michael Parsons.
On the final play of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the punt.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's more on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going deep for Brown. And it's picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. They juked him, and the Lions are in great shape as they take over at their 46-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football.
I guess I'll take that. I thought the ability to activate what it is.
If maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders, who knows what it could be. He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
All right, so it's good to know rack them up don't work, so I'll take that ability off Hollywood.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Double me on him.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
All right, DJ Hayden, I'm going to block.
This one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Buying time to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in.
Yeah, looking at a double me on him.
A huge play there for Denver. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Caught. It's the tight end Kelsey for a Denver touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's returnable.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go D-line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open. And it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
That's really good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
He's just playing his own.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Good job, Moore.
Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Yeah,
just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Winston. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I guess that's when it works best. I guess.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
This is glitchy. You got it on both sides.
Play action now, Winston.
Ah, come on. That was
incomplete.
That was 1-on-1.
He had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To the air again with Winston. Flushed out right.
I probably should have waited for a
concession
or something.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Winston eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down, Mayfield. Oh,
good job, Marshall.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Winston.
Oh, that was a bad throw.
Target and incomplete.
Wanted him to lead it up the field.
Intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Yeah, but you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I'm good at it, but it doesn't take much to tell. It's mechanics off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A big play there just before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
You're not open. Freaking catch, Hollywood.
Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
Good job, Jay.
He will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw there caught by Gallup.
Hey, don't start that.
Use the first of their timeouts.
I'm quick to sub somebody out now. I got a little bit of depth.
To go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams.
I'll take that.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Open man is Trey Burton.
Turn around.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime here in Denver with we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
Block.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
I'll be mad too, man.
Broncos on the field ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Denver. Jameis now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Caught. It's a tie, Kelsey for a Denver touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner.
Oh, day to throw the
It's
ball.
been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Why would y'all want me to go and goal line, man?
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This is going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Jerry Hughes, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football team. That's now 5 sacks.
Yeah.
I'd like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush. What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
That's underneath, bro. I don't know what they got going on.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's got room to run past the 20. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
All right, he broke the low zone.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Let's go, Kenneth.
Let's
freaking go.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
It's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout. Here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Beat him on his route.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, touchdown.
Good pass. The 44 is right there.
With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, no, that's perfect.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
they're trying to get me, bro. Y'all not getting me.
You can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
I'll take that
You're
back.
going to take care of it, but you have to be careful
y'all
about being
the
too cautious
y'all got
because
me.
now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to tackle, see how they attack
here.
here.
Can't compete with that.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice run there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this will wind up the Lions' first down. Is good running. Gets him to about the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
Oh my God! Look at all these
pancakes. To the races down the right side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Mayfield. And that is caught.
Bro, Bryce.
Detroit.
I gotta watch the replay, bro. What the heck what did he do? Okay. Okay, he bumped into every defensive player on my team. Wow, he just running around everybody. I guess.
His 11th touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Bailey got the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Moore now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball.
Oh, wow.
And now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
All right, come on, DJ.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Runs over him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 25.
Probably the best run defense we had on the ball game.
Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
That's not what I wanted to
This
do.
is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. I wish I could have jumped it. If I had lurker, I would have had it.
This game's been going.
Good old Jalen.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is really not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off.
Like, literally, you're not even accurate.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Winston. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I think I messed stuff up because I've been playing NCAA 13 for the longest for this past week. And like the way you pass it on there is way different. You can literally, if a guy's running that type of route and you want him to throw it up, you can throw it up if you want to.
Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits more. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They don't hear like they don't lead pass like it is on there.
Coming to mind from watching them this afternoon.
I'm used to that. That's not like I want it.
From the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth.
Right to him.
And Jameis intercepted the 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's nice.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Finding Williams once more, complete. 7
they
yards
own
to
them. They
pick
just,
up there.
I don't know.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
Calais Campbell. Let's go.
Right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let this go for the end zone.
Come on, Jeremy. There we go.
And this is going to be intercepted.
There you go. About time you did something.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Go down to 2-minute
Just
warning.
2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a
Hey, look at
one-sided
the fountains
affair.
in the background. That's dope.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he's just going to get rid of this thing.
Oh, body was open
here. He
on that.
throws it away, and now it's third. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Dang.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Harris returning. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jerry Hughes there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now.
Parsons and Phillips.
Take him down. Jalen Phillips
I'm
is
out.
the culprit, and that is now his
I'm going
13th sack of the
crazy.
season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield.
Sack, Calais Campbell.
Got him again.
Oh,
Now the
I
Broncos
think everybody on my
use the
D-line
second
has
of
3
their
sacks this
timeouts.
game.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Come on, DJ. Good job. Way to break that up.
Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.
The Chubb went absolutely crazy. Travis Kelce went crazy. Like, I have to check this defense. Calais Campbell, 3.5 sacks. Jalen Phillips, 3 sacks. Jerry Hughes, 3 sacks. Micah Parsons, 2 sacks. That's 12 sacks between my whole D-line. That is crazy. That's the best game I've seen from a D-line ever. And I gotta kick to the main menu. Travis Kelce. I don't think he can get his blocking now. Okay, it's +2 power. Pass block. Calais. You keep being a run stopper. I don't know how you're a run stopper, but you going crazy with the pass rush right now. What do he need? Let's give him some more zone. Acceleration, catching, press, zone, play real. It's not bad. Micah, we gonna give him power. Give him a little bit more power. Let's do power move, okay. Jalen, you keep giving him speed right now because you're going crazy with it. Tackle, zone, pursuit, finesse. Hollywood, just the person I needed to see because we finna take that rack off for you. Release, mid, catching, traffic awareness, agility, okay. +3 catching traffic, +1 catch, change of direction, deep route, juke, mid. Okay. Yeah, take that off for you. Just put double me, I guess. Alright guys, that's a good game. Let's see if Motec advanced. Nope. I don't think he played this game yet, that's why. Let's see. Nope, he didn't. Okay, cool. But we can take a look at some of these stats, though, or yearly awards, I should say. Jameis Winston for MVP, Coach of the Year, still Vic Fangio. Offensive Player of the Year, Jameis. Defensive Player, Michael Parsons, where he got some company. Jalen Ramsey's moving up. Jerry Hughes moving up the board. Jalen Phillips moving up the board. Aaron Donald had a good game last week, so he's moving up. Stephon, he moving up. Offensive rookie, I think Najee Harris got it because Jamar Chase, I try to use him, but he doesn't really get open too much, so. Defensive rookie, it's either Michael Parsons or Jalen. So one of them two. Best quarterback, Jalen. Best running back, Derrick Henry. Funny how he ended up with the Titans again. Best receivers, Hollywood. Best O-line right now is Zach Martin. I got a couple guys moving up this list. I think my center should definitely be up there because he hasn't allowed any sacks whatsoever. But he's not even on the list. So it is what it is. Best D-line definitely got to be Jerry Hughes. He is going crazy at the end of the season. He has 18 sacks, or 18 and a half, something like that. Best linebacker, again, it's going to be Michael Parsons or Jalen. No in between. Best DB right now, Jalen back on top. Stephon had it last week. Honey Badger moving up the list. I don't know how Bryce moving up the list. The man been getting killed. Jeremy Chin finally broke the list. Best kicker, Justin's up there. So yeah, that's how the season's going, guys. Jameis putting up ridiculous numbers. Rushing, I don't run the ball at all, so it's gonna be pretty low. But I do have a lot of rushing touchdowns, though, to be fair. Receiving, Kelsey and Hollywood going crazy. They pretty much neck and neck. So these are my two main guys that get the ball. Blocking. Was it him that I was talking about? Matter of fact, it was him. It wasn't my center. This man got 13 games played, 520 downs, probably the most on my whole line. With no sacks, but his name is not nowhere on the list. But you got Alex Mack on the list. For what? Not saying he ain't good. You got Becton on the list. For what? Again, not saying he ain't good, but they got sacks. This man don't have no sacks at all. But the defense, this is what I want to see. Michael Parsons could potentially break the record next game. Jerry Hughes, he could break the record by the end of the season. Jalen Phillips was up there too. Calais, like I said, I'm not expecting him to be a pass rusher. He's there to stuff the inside runs. That's what I need him for. But he's coming in big with some sacks. Man he got 6.5 all year. He had 3.5 just last game. So he going crazy. But Michael Parsons is definitely balling. He ain't been doing much late. Beginning of the season, he was going crazy. But hey, that's going to end this video, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.